Okay, so ma'am, next question is that people think this is from the user's perspective, a customer's perspective as well. That when they think about Adi Yogi or Isha Foundation, when the logo comes up with the Isha Foundation or Adi Yogi, it's all around the Supreme Lord Shiva. So is it true that only Shiv Bhakts come here, or this is just about one particular religion? Does anything with the Isha Foundation have to do with any religion, caste, or anything? What is your perspective on this?
So, Isha there's no religion and there's no God. Shiva is the yogi. So, yes, it's very scientific. What we are looking at is being grateful for him for providing us the entire science of yoga, of teaching us how we can be at our best and how we can reach our peak of human potential. But there's no religion here at all. In fact, the highlight when Isha Foundation was built was Dhyanalinga. So the source, the core was Dhyanalinga, is Dhyanalinga still. And Dhyanalinga is a meditative form of energy. It has nothing to do with religion, it has nothing to do with culture, caste, creed, anything. So, and Sadhguru has always been very specific about saying this. Anybody can come here. Its space is open for anybody who wants to be looking at inner transformation. Come here, sit here 15 minutes in Dhyanalinga. Automatically, the spirituality will come. The soul, the thing will fall.
Can you just give us a small gist about what Adi Yoga is, how does that yoga form has came up, or what is all about yoga, where it started from, how did it initiated it? Can you give us a small gist around it?
Yeah, so one of the best ways to understand this is the 15-minute laser show that we have at Adi Yogi called Divya Drashyam, which we now have every day happening at 7 p.m. at the Isha Yoga Center, Coimbatore. So they basically depict as to Shiva was the first person 15,000 years ago who was there in the northern part of Himalayas. We didn't know where he's come from, what's his background. But the way he was within himself, people were just glued as to the way he was still and he was radiating. You can see he's not talking anything, but he's blissful within himself and he's at peace, and that attracts you. If you see somebody like that, and people just sat around him looking, and they wanted to know how he's feeling, what he's feeling. And a lot of people went away waiting. So he was there like that for millennia. If he would move, there would be dance. He would be intense, equally intense in his stillness, equally intense when he is not in stillness as well. But everything is about intensity. It's about exuberance. It's about being blissful. Um, so there were 7 onlookers who couldn't take their eyes off, and they sat there waiting for him to understand what he's going through. And they were the Sapta Rishis, and he transmitted the entire science of yoga. And he was the one who first explained the cosmos and the creations and its minute aspects through transformation form, and how we can reach that. Each one of us have the capability of reaching that, different 112 ways. That's what he represents, and that's what Shiva, and that's what we are grateful for.
Apart from sadhanas and apart from the Adi Yogi laser shows, what are the other aspects which one can cover if they are really interested, be it nature-wise, be it having a sattvic bhojan every day? What are the very key aspects from where they can get small enjoyments which really are fruitful when they visit you for the 2 night stay?
So what we are saying is, if you have done engineering online, you get a lot of these aspects. You and when you're coming here, you can get your correction of your practices done and all of that. You go to Bhiksha Hall, we basically serve in a particular way. Even as you as a volunteer, you want to come, you have 3 hours, you want to basically just serve people. So volunteering is a big activity here that you can try and experience and be touched by the difference that you're making. And also everything is about you being conscious. So how conscious are you when you're looking at the tree, you're looking at the flower, when you're looking at Dhyanalinga, everything around here, nature. They want you to open up, forget your mobile, detox, spend time with nature, spend time with yourself. So everything is geared towards that. Even meals, why you should eat what you should eat. We know a lot of things, but how much do we apply it, and why should we apply it? So here they teach us that why should we have 2 meals a day, specific timings, why we should have more of fruit, more of vegetables, and they provide us with that. So there are small ways that all make a difference. So we are exercising, we are having spiritual courses, we are eating right, we are sleeping right. All of that makes us realize that we can stretch up, we can do much more. We are much more conscious today about smaller things that we are when we are speaking to people. That's never happened before.
So, do you agree on my statement, next upcoming statement, that Yoga Kriya is a religion itself, where a person is finding themselves, and there is nothing to do with the God or anything, but just finding your inner soul and bringing the best out of you.
Yeah, it's divinity within yourself. So yeah, you're a god. I'm a god. At our best. So if we reach that highest potential, each one of us, and it's seeing the other also. So here it's not only about you finding divinity in yourself. Yes, that's one big part. It's also about me being able to see divinity in you and making sure how can I support you and you being your 100%. And seeing a flower and seeing, okay, the flower, the beauty in the flower, and how that life also can be at its 100%. So it's not one against the other. It's each one trying to support each other and grow and be exuberant. Doesn't matter whether it's a stone, whether it's a tree. You'll see animals here, even they are more self-expressive. They are more conscious and aware. I'm not joking. Seriously.
So
They
I
believe
think
the space is yours.
I think you are tempting me to stay here for more duration and just not go with the 2 night package thing and entire for 8 months. So it is.
I think everybody should go for the 8 months. I've gone to the schools of Isha and I always kept thinking, these kids are so lucky that they have this kind of education, and I feel why I didn't have this sense of this core way of education. So this Sadhana Pada Gurukul is a form of education that is available for us as adults. So I feel each one of us should take it up. Younger age, even better. Okay, me at a later age, never. It's never too late. But yes, you should. And I'm seeing people with me 70 years, 75 years, and I've seen people 20 years just out of college. And I think it's a great experience for everybody. Must be. Gurukul
That
for
was
everybody.
fabulous answer, which I think after viewers watching this particular video will definitely at least try for one day. If they have already done one day, they'll come for 2 nights, and if not 2 nights, 1 week can take several courses over here of starting with inner engineering and whatnot. So that was really appreciated.
So when
by
are you
you.
coming?
That was a good question. This thing will be surely muted.